Hey, welcome back to another episode of Simple Truth Television. Today is September 26, 2021. So I want to talk about the football games today that we gave out on Patreon. I decoded every single game this week, something that I rarely do. Not all the games I give out picks for. Certain games I just stood away from because either the spread was too high or the game was double coded. But the games that I did give, we only got one pick incorrect, and that was the Pittsburgh Steelers game. I really thought the Steelers were going to take this one, but I guess the riddle went the other way with the Bengals. But I gave out about 5 picks, and if the 49ers win today, we'll go 4-5 today. Last Thursday on September 23rd, we nailed this game, the Panthers to cover over the Houston Texans. Pretty easy game. Panthers became 3-0. Their next game is against the Cowboys. Cowboys is 30. The Panthers also became 3-0 ATS, which is against the spread. So we cashed out on Thursday. Now let's see what happens in this game. So if the Packers lose, we'll be 4-5 for the day, which is not bad. I really wish we would have been 5-5 if the Steelers would have won, but. So just want to make sure that you guys can hear me so we can get started. How you guys doing? Mikey Gematria, what's going on? Shiva, what's going on? I know a lot of you are probably watching the game, but I don't really watch the game, so let's just talk about the games real quick. And then if you guys are watching the game, you can go back to your football game. So the first game today was the Washington football team versus the Buffalo Bills. This was a game that I stood away from because the spread was 7.5. Bills was favored by 7.5 points. It didn't make any sense to take the Bills money line. But the Bills did cover this game, so that means the Washington football team, I put Redskins up here. The Washington football team are now 5-9 ATS. One of the things that stood out the most to me was it was Sean McDermott's 177th. Well, it was 177 days before his birthday, and the Jesuit order is 177. Usually, when these coaches or these players have the Jesuit numbers, they tend to do pretty good. Josh Allen became 16-8. Hey, there wasn't the riddle wasn't that strong, so this was one of those games that I just say, you know what, I'm moving on. Because even if we would have took the Bills to money line, I mean, the price was like -400, no money there. The Bears at Cleveland. Let's see who won this game. So the Cleveland, they won by 20 points. Let's see. There was a slight riddle for the Browns to lose, because notice here it says Baker Mayfield, he was 16-8 at home for his career, and Cleveland Browns is 169. But I just had a feeling that the under was the better play here, so I actually gave this out as a pick. I said injuries to the offenses on both sides make the under the best play here. The under was set at 44.5, and notice they only scored 32 points. So the under played. But I also put down, the possibility of Baker Mayfield becoming 16-9 at home, which didn't happen because the Browns won. But that was a possibility, so I just put that up there just to make people aware that if you want to taking the Browns, there was no money in this, taking the Browns to win. This is why I wrote that the best play was the under, because the under would have been at a -120. Yeah, this is the wrong team. So look, the Browns was favored by 7.5 as well. Not worth it. So if you guys took the under in this game, you made money. So congratulations to those that went with the total. Now the Ravens and Lions. Now there was a slight narrative for the Lions. This was a big favorite again, so I was like, not worth it. Ravens are favored by 7.5 points. If you wanted to take the Lions with the points, you could have, because they only lost by 2 points. Now this is a riddle that I see happen. I see play a lot. You see how Jared Goff he was 42-29 for his career. Football is 43-29. So there was a riddle for Jared Goff to win today. And I actually wrote that down here. I said Jared Goff can improve to 43-29 for his career. And those are huge football numbers. I would stay away from this game. If you really want to, I said, if you want to really gamble on the big underdog, the numbers are there to support the Lions. To support the Lions' miracle. Because I didn't expect the Lions to upset the Ravens. But, those of you that like to gamble on games like this, the numbers was there to support the quarterback becoming 43-29. But it looks like the best play in this game was to take the Lions with the points, because they did have 7.5 points. So, and at one point it did look like the Ravens was going to lose that game. But Vegas probably didn't want to pay out that 7.5 money line. So I don't know if I don't want to call this a pick, because this wasn't a pick. I stood away. The Colts and Titans. The Titans won 25-16. They had the over and under set at 47, and Tennessee is 47. This is something that I noticed on Thursday with the Panthers. They had the over and under. I will have to go back to my notes, but I think it was, let me see, whatever the gematria of Carolina Panthers is. So the Carolina Panthers on Thursday, they were favored by 7.5 points. Notice Carolina Panthers is 75. So they do that a lot. The total was 43. Oh, no, 53. It was 43? I think it is 43. I think Panthers is 43. Yeah, so the over and under was 43 and Panthers is 43. So a lot of times these over and unders are probably indication of who's going to win that game. So they had the over and under at 47 and Tennessee ended up winning. Tennessee is 47. But the Tennessee Titans, they were favored by 5 points. I stood away from this game as well. Big spread, not worth it. But the Titans head coach, Mike Vrabel, it was 43 days after his birthday. Football is 43. And it was also 322 days before his upcoming birthday. That's a Skull and Bones number. If you notice here, Indianapolis Colts quarterback Carson Wentz, he dropped to 35-35, and Catholic is 35. So I think that's the riddle for this game. Him becoming 35-35. That definitely played. So again, 5-point favorites, not worth it. Moving on. So the Los Angeles Chargers at the Kansas City Chiefs. This was an upset of the day. I should have. And notice, right? So the over and under was set at 54, and then it kept going down to 53 at one point. And Los Angeles is 53. And notice who won the game. The Chargers did. So I'm telling you, if you pay attention to stuff like that. But the Chiefs were favored by 7 points, so I think I did stay away from this. Yeah, I did. All these big favorites, I stay away from them. I didn't see anything strong enough to pull a trigger on the Chargers, even though they won the game. I just didn't feel confident. I love how they put out these previews to confuse the bettors, the gamblers. Chiefs look to continue dominance over the Chargers. Yeah, but that's not what happened. Oh, man, they like to confuse the readers. So the Chargers quarterback, Justin Herbert, it was his 201st day of his age, right? Jesuit orders, 201. I'm telling you, every time these players or these coaches have the Jesuit numbers, they tend to do good. This is a pattern that I've been keeping the track on. I guess in this case, Andy Reid also had the Jesuit number because it was 191 days after his birthday, the Society of Jesus number. Yeah, so I stood away from that game. And thank God I did. Because I don't know if I would have pulled the trigger on the Chargers. I don't think so. I don't think I would have did it. So the Saints and Patriots. So the Saints won. They scored 7 in every quarter. They won by 15 points. So the Saints quarterback. Okay, so this I think I did pull it. Yeah, I definitely gave this out as a pick, and I was right. So we had the Saints to win, and the Saints won. So look at this, right? So the Saints quarterback. It was 102 days before his birthday, and this is the 102nd NFL season. Black quarterbacks, and 102 has been playing a lot this year. His record, Winston's record for his career, coming into this game, he was 33-45. He stayed on 45 losses against New England. New England is 45. New Orleans is 45. And it was also 263 days after his birthday, the 56 prime number. So not only did he have the Jesuit numbers, he also had that 102 connection in with this span of days with his birthday. The guy stayed on 45 losses versus New England. New England is 45. So, and I think that's what I wrote here. So Jameis Winston has the chance to stay on 45 losses for his career. New Orleans is 45. New England is 45. And the fact that today is 102 days actually before his birthday, in the 102nd NFL season, gives the impression that he might have a decent game today. And that's exactly what happened. Look at his stats. Let's take a look at his stats for a second. Not bad. 128 yards. Threw for 2 touchdowns. Not bad. You want to see the gematria of his name because, a lot of times you'll see these players with 128 yards and their name is 128. His name has that 54 like Jesuit order. So, yeah. So, it was Titsy.
Smooth, satisfying.
He became 1-1 versus the Patriots. 56 Dayton numerology as well. Okay. Yeah, but the 45, it plays a lot with New England. It plays a lot. And the fact that these two teams had the 45 connection made me confident enough to pick the Saints to win. And I think the Saints were underdogs. They was. So the Patriots was actually the favorite in this game. So this was the underdog that we hit today. So there we go. So how many picks is that we got? So we got the Saints, stood away, and stood away. So actually the under. We took the under in the Browns game. So right now, so far we got 2 picks correct. Now let's see, Falcons. I think I also gave out this pick. So the Atlanta Falcons play the Giants on the road. The Giants were favored by 2.5 points, like 25. Falcons 25, Giants is 25. So they quoted the number 25, but that didn't really help us because both teams had the 25 connection. There was a big riddle with Matt Ryan. So Matt Ryan, the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, it was his 133rd day of his age. Football is 133. But notice this right here. He had a record of 5-4 on the road in week 3 in his career. 5-4 on the road. He became 6-4 today by beating the Giants, and New York Giants is 64. And notice this. New York Giants, they had a 3-8 record all time at home versus the Falcons. And think about 3-8, right? They became 3-9 and New York is 39. Giants is 38 and Falcons is 38, so that's why they was 3-8. But today they fell to 3-9. New York is 3-9, so they are 3-9 at home versus the Falcons all time. And I think that's what I wrote here. So the New York Giants can fall to 3-9 at home all time against the Atlanta Falcons. I should also put that Matt Ryan stat because Matt Ryan became 6-4 in Week 3 on the road. You can actually go to Stat Muse and look all this stuff up. So you want to just type in Matt Ryan Week 3 record away all time. You see, he just became 6-4, right? I know. Notice. New York Giants. It's 64, the most pure cipher. He became 6-4 on the road in Week 3. So that's 3 picks so far we gave out today. We had the Giants to win over the Falcons. The Bengals at Pittsburgh. This is the only game that we got wrong, and I'm so upset because this was a weak riddle. I should have just stood away. But you see how Joe Burrow, he had a 3-8 record. I thought he was gonna become 3-9 because Bengals is 39, and that usually plays with the Cincinnati Bengals at 39, especially when they're playing New York. But that was really the only thing. So I should have just. The Steelers was also the favorite in this game. And then the headline, can Burrow's Bengals beat Big Ben on the road? Because the answer is yes. Yeah, so this is the only game we got wrong, really. And, the Packers, I don't know what the Packers are doing right now. If the Packers lose, then that means we would have went 4 out of 5. So far we got 3 out of 4. And it looks like the Packers are killing the 49ers. I think that's going to change, though. I like the 49ers in that game. I'll show you guys why in a second. So the Cardinals at Jacksonville. The Cardinals was favored by 7.5 points. Let's see what happened. Check the scoreboard. Arizona Cardinals is 75. I'm telling you, whatever the spread is, they like to use gematria to figure out. So the Cardinals won. See what I mean about the spread? They was favored by 7.5 points, Arizona Cardinals. 75. The most pure. Then you know who's going to win that game. Right in the spread. Our friend Kyler Murray became 9-9 on the road for his career. Racism is 99. Yeah, the 102nd NFL season. Let's see. If you're watching this game, you should be live betting. I still like the Niners. When I get to the Niners decode, I'll show you guys why. But them being down 10 points is not a lot. So the Jets at Broncos. I think I stood away from this game. Yeah, the Broncos were 10-point favorites, so no value. But I still put up the notes here in case anybody wants to look over it themselves. I'll do all the footwork for you. Put all the stats, all the records, and all the stuff you need to know. If I don't like the game, I just stay away from it. So, Dolphins at Vegas. Vegas was favored by 3.5 points. Did I give a pick? No pick on this game. They had the over and under set at 44. The under looked good. Let's see if the game went under. It went a lot over. 59 points. So 59 points were scored here. So the Raiders are now 3-0, huh? Buccaneers at Rams. The spread was even in this game. I didn't see much here. It was 54 days after Tom Brady's birthday. The Jesuit order number. Oh, actually, Sean McVay, he picked up his 46th career victory, and Buccaneers is 46. So I should have gave this out, but I think I was a little. Buccaneers is Buccaneers. Yeah, Buccaneers is 46. Sean McVay picked up his 46th career victory today. Head coach of the Rams. Rams are 3-0 as well. Seahawks at Vikings. Vikings took care of business. I stood away from this game. No, actually, I got this wrong because I thought Russell Wilson was going to become 7-0 versus the Vikings. Seattle Seahawks has that 70 gematria. So, wait. So, what was that other game I got wrong? Because I think I only got one pick wrong. I don't know why. So, I got two. So, I got the Bengals incorrect. And so, I actually gave out 6 picks. Got the Bengals incorrect, and I also got the Seahawks incorrect. The Seahawks did lose. Yeah, they did. No, they got spanked. Okay. So this is why I like the Packers to lose today. They could win. They look they're doing really good right now, but this is what I saw before the game. Sunday Night Football they refer to it as SNF. SNF has that gematria of 39. Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm not sure if he's playing right now, but he should be playing. If he is, he could pick up his 39th win of his career today. SNF is 39. SNF is also 12. And both teams could have a record of 1-2 or 2-1. Well, the Packers could fall to 1-2 on SNF. And the Niners, Jimmy Garoppolo could stay on 12 losses for his career. And I think their ATS record would be 1-2. Actually, the Niners are 2-0, not 0-2. That's what it was. Okay. So there's a little typo here. The Niners are actually 2-0, not 0-2. Yeah, but SNF is 39, and Jimmy Garoppolo could pick up his 39th win. And SNF is also 12, so he could become 39-12 for his career if he wins. So let me show you. So you type in Jimmy Garoppolo. I like to copy and paste people's names. Jimmy Garoppolo all-time record. You guys see how he's 38-12? I notice SNF. SNF is 39-12 in gematria. So, I mean, this is a riddle that could play. I'll be shocked if it doesn't. But Jimmy Garoppolo becomes. I don't even know if he's playing really. Is he on the field? Yeah, it looks like he is. No, is he? Yeah. It says why Jimmy Garoppolo likes playing Aaron Rodgers. Okay, so he must be playing. Okay, so right now the score is looking pretty ugly, but right now he's 38-12 for his career. If he wins, he becomes 39-12. SNF is 39-12. So that's why I like the Niners. I mean, right now it looks like the Packers are going to win, but it's early. Only down about 10. But that's why we took the 49ers. And that's it. Now tomorrow we already put out the pick for tomorrow for Sunday night, for the Monday Night Football. So if you guys are interested in learning who's gonna win tomorrow, and well, I think it's the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys. I'm gonna leave a link in the comment section. Join us on Patreon and become a winner. You don't have to bet on every game. We gave out 6 picks, more or less. Let's see. I wanna be accurate. So we gave out 1. We gave out 2. We gave out 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we gave out 6 picks. So so far we are 4-2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. So right now we are 3-2, and if the Niners win, we'll be 4-2 for the day. And then tomorrow we have a pick, and we gave our pick on Thursday. So altogether, right now we could be 5-2, and then whatever happens tomorrow, because we got Thursday night correct. So right now we're 5-2. It's not bad, really. 5-2. I wish we could have been 5-0, but 7-0. But it is what it is. What it is. I mean, it's really hard to go perfect every single week. A lot of people complain because I give out fewer picks. So today I just said, you know what? I'm gonna look out every single game. You guys choose what riddles you like the most. But I really like this SNF riddle with Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm really shocked that you're getting clamped like this right now. 39-12. But let's see what happens with the Packers. So good luck, everybody. And hopefully you guys join us. Take care, everybody.